So it's crazy because right now I'm home alone and I can be trusted to be home alone. I was reflecting on that. I was reflecting on the fact that my husband and my son, they just left. They just left and I'm here and I have this whole house to myself. And in the past, when I was drinking, I absolutely loved being home alone. It was my favorite, top tier, the best. I would look so forward to it. I would get very resentful if I couldn't have the house alone. I get even more resentful if I had been thought that I was going to have the house to myself and then all of a sudden, the husband had to stay back or the kid was here or something like that. And it's like, you ruined it. You ruined my plan. I wanted to be all alone. You would think that when I was all alone, I would just let my freak flag fly and I'd have my vodka bottles everywhere and it wouldn't matter. No, I still hid even when I was alone. It was this weird mind trick of mine where I didn't like to see my vodka bottles out. I didn't at all. I didn't like to see wine bottles out. I didn't want to see any of it because every time I saw it, it just immediately was it was like a mirror. It's like how people who have a drinking problem don't like to be around sober people because we are mirrors reflecting back to them their problem. Well, my vodka bottles did the same thing. They were like little mirrors sitting around and I was like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see you. I want to drink you, but I don't want to see you. And so even if I had the house completely to myself, I would still go into my closet. I would still chug my vodka in there. And then I would still shove the bottle back into my sock drawer. And I would still pour glasses of vodka and put them in the back of my fridge here. And I would make little trips back and forth to the fridge to drink it. Sometimes I would even have, once in a while, I would have a weekend alone. Because once in a while, my husband would take my son and they'd do a father-son overnight somewhere. And those nights were so strange because I would get so excited to have my time to myself and be able to drink the way I wanted to drink. And yet I still was trying to drink in secret and create this ambiance for myself, right? I would light candles and I would make whatever my favorite food was or order food or whatever. And I'd be oh my gosh, I'm going to put on a movie that I never get to watch, like Titanic or something really good. And before I knew it, I would have done absolutely nothing except drink. And then I'd be drunk on the couch and I would have watched maybe 20 minutes of a movie and then I was distracted and then I was just scrolling on my phone and all I was doing was just constantly going back and forth to get more drinks. And that's it. And that's how my entire evening would go. So this whole I'm going to have all this alone time to myself and enjoy it. And yeah, I'm going to get tipsy, but no, I would just get blackout drunk and then usually end up passing out. But going back to a normal night alone where the husband and son come back, oh my gosh, so many times my husband would walk through the door and immediately come up to me and he'd go to give me a kiss, but really what he was doing the sniff test, right? He was just coming up to me to smell my breath, and there was never any hiding it. He always knew, but it's just so trippy to me to think about how even when I was alone, I did not like to have my alcohol out in the open because it was just too triggering to see it and to especially see my bottles and to see the volume, to see the levels go down so quickly. I hated seeing that because I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to face what I was actually doing. And so I continued to literally hide in plain sight from myself. So if that's not a red flag that I had a drinking problem, I don't know what is. Anyway, random story. Don't drink today. Bye.